A second topic, we're going to struggles of raising young men. I wanted to talk about this because recently, and my son is in the other room. I wouldn't say acting up, but he's getting to that age. He's 11. He's getting to that age where I think they say it's after 12, the parents no longer influence the children at all. It's all
Mm,
outside
that-
influences. Like that's the
I
age.
was I would say yeah when we was growing up, but now man,
Maybe
9 and 10
younger.
they checking out at 9 and 10.
That's what I'm saying, bro. You don't feel like it's hard to raise these boys, these men at all? Like you don't feel like you have
It
to compete with.
you have to compete with the mother's mind, social media
Ooh.
outside basically, and it's like again that's why I'm Amish. We don't deal with these problems. See, they only know what they see, which is
Well, bro, you hit it when you said that's probably the hardest influence. If you're not with the mother, you have to deal with the influence of that.
oh yeah, no, yeah. Because you think about it, when you're in a 2 parent home, even just my mama said no, well, sure, I'm gonna ask my dad. He right in the
Right.
other room.
Right.
So think about playing that card when your daddy down the street, way in another state or whatever, and it's like, well, sure, my mama said no. I'm gonna call my dad and see if he had let me do it. Just so you can make your mom and daddy go at it, just because he was like, well, why he can't go? And she like, because I said he can't. So now it's like a whole big old yeah. It's
Yeah, whole big ordeal because of that. Do you think? Obviously, I know what you're gonna say, but number one, do you think that it's harder to raise boys or raise, yeah, boys than it is to raise girls? Your personal opinion. What do you think?
it's hard. It's harder to raise girls, I would say.
You think
As
so?
a man raising a boy,
Yeah.
like like typically, it's harder to raise a girl
I don't know, man. I don't know.
because because you think about it, if you like all of us men don't do the same things in life.
Right.
Like me, I work with my hands. I do stuff like I
Right.
cut grass, I nail, like I use tools, right?
Right.
I work on my own car.
Right.
It's guys out there that won't even dirt. Someone don't know how to use a hammer, a drill, none of that.
That's true.
So them type of guys, it's probably harder raising a boy to be a man for them because they're probably letting everything be paid for and they thinking they learning by themselves and they see me being, nah,
I see what you're
nah.
saying. I
Like all my boys, I give them, I would say, tough love to the point to where it's like, if you need it, I got it. But if you want it, just because it's there, you're not going to get it.
see that's I'm glad you said that. That was the point that I was gonna make. I feel like it's harder to raise boys than it is to raise girls as a man. The reason why I said because exact thing that just happened. You just got a phone call, right?
Hmm.
Your daughter called you. My boys ain't gonna call me or call me to check up on dad. Hey, what are you doing? My daughter will. Hey, dad, what are you doing? Because of the daddy's girl thing. My
That's why the
boys
girls are
ain't gonna do
harder.
that.
You got to understand they harder because they
No,
calling you. That's they.
but you got more of an influence if that's
No,
daddy's
I
little
don't.
girl.
Don't let
You
that one phone call. Don't let that phone call fool you. Because that's what you just did. That one phone call just fooled you. No,
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 no. I don't. I
hell
don't.
no.
I don't agree. I just
And
I
then
feel
think
like
about
it's
it though.
harder
You
with the boys.
as a man, and you have a daughter that you want to protect as long as you can.
Correct.
It's like it's constant work. It's constant being stern on stuff to where it's like I don't want to see my baby girl cry, but I have to do this because she don't know really. She's working off of feelings, and I'm trying to give her facts.
Understand?
So I gotta battle the two.
I understand
My
that.
trying to be sensitive and tough at the same. Man, that's harder.
I
When
understand
I can
that.
just tell my boy, I can go tell him, hey man, hey, suck it up
Right.
and be
But
done with it. Like girls way more on like nah, girls are
I
harder.
again, I do. I understand what you're saying, but I feel like my daughter would call me and get advice. She'll take it more to heart and do it more than the boys would, because the boys have that competition. Like they want to be the best. And I know a lot of times when I was young too, however my dad was, I was like, there was things that I like and didn't like, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna be better than him. I just said it naturally. All boys say that, right? They
Right.
just say that. My daughter ain't never said, oh, I'm gonna be better than my dad. She's like, oh no, dad, how do you do this? How do you do that? Right? She might make her own decisions that get her more in trouble, but she will listen to me more than they will, in my opinion. And then they
Okay.
will. They'll act like they will, but they ain't really taking it. No.
All right, real. I know we at that 5 minutes, but
No, keep going. Go ahead.
the fact that you bring that up, right? I was watching, listening to, because I be driving, I be listening to a lot of the different podcasters, right?
Hmm.
And one of his podcasts, Anton Daniels, he have a panel,
Okay.
and they was asking about how men are with their daughters, as far as you keeping them on a straight and narrow, and if they go off track, are you going to cut them off,
The daughters.
right? The daughters.
Okay. Ooh.
Some one or two said, yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, if this is what I told you I want from you, and this is what you need to do, and you decide to go other ways, then what I had set for you is no longer there for you no more.
Mm,
You decided to go do something else.
mm,
So with your decision, and I I look at it as, when you make a choice, you have to deal with it.
true.
I can't make a choice and it don't work, and everybody else gotta deal with my choice.
I understand.
Just because, think about it. If I decide to say I'm gonna go do something and it don't work out, and I done spent some money or whatever, and then I'm like, dang, I done spent all this money. This stuff didn't work. Hey, Adam. Hey, man, you think you can go ahead and give me? Mind you, Adam told me, hey, bro, I don't think that's a good idea. You shouldn't. No, what we got over here has been working. Stay with this.
Right.
You decide to go, huh? You should be like, nah, no, you can figure it out now. Because we had a plan. You went left from it. Why? Who knows? So yeah. I'm yeah.
Okay. Okay. I was waiting for you to go into it and say it.
So my thing is, right. Is it wrong to cut your kids off
Ooh.
when they, huh?
I said, ooh. That's
So what you mean?
ooh. Okay, so let's use
Because
that.
we're
That
the only culture that does that.
hold
Like,
on. Let's use that for the random. That's a good
okay.
question. That's a
Mm.
good question. That's a real good, golly, that's a good question, bro. That's a real good question. Okay. Next, we're gonna go to expectations for men versus women. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you. This is from a website. I'm not gonna read the website, but basically it says it was what people value in men most compared to what they value in women. So this is the expectations. For men, the number one, 33% was honesty. For women, it was physical attraction, 35%. Number two, for men was professionalism. For number two, for women, it was empathy at 30%. Number three, for men, 19% was ambition. Number three, for women, 22% was intelligence. Number four, for men, at 19% was strength and toughness. The number fourth, for women, 14% was honesty. Dang, that's number four. And number
That's what the expectation for men from women, or
yes,
just what
the
the world
expectations
expect.
for men to women, and they polled a whole bunch of people, and that was the top, right? And then
Damn,
number five for men,
honest is down at 4.
yes, number five for men was hard work, and number five for women was ambition. So the top five for men was honesty, professionalism, ambition, strength, hard work. Women top five was physical attraction, empathy, intelligence, honesty, and ambition. So the
Mm.
expectations for men, are they way too off the wall? Like, what do you feel? What do you think?
I don't think they are.
You don't think so?
I think sometimes it's been the goalpost been moved before when it
Mm,
come to men and what they supposed to do.
okay. Okay. Give me an example. Like, what do you mean? Why do you say that specifically?
For instance, like I mean, society or people in general let some of the men get away as far as there's I don't want to say it like this. Some more women, the single parents let their boys do a lot of stuff and get away with it as far as living with them longer than they need to, coming to their rescue a lot
I understand that. Yep.
when they at that age where it's like, hey, basically I'm gonna say you out here but I'm still taking care of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
That don't add up.
I understand what you're saying. When I immediately hear this, I think about which was the dumbest trend thing forever. The expectations of men when they were talking about those first dates, and they had a whole bunch of lists of you ain't taking me to Red Lobster, you ain't taking me to Chili's, you ain't taking me to all these other
Oh,
places. My thing is, I'm like, come on, man. And the first time I'm interacting with somebody in general, I need to talk to you. We
but see
don't
you
need to eat. We don't need to do, we
it,
need to figure out, I need to figure out who you are as a person. That's stupid. That's so dumb, man. And then now
don't
everybody,
don't don't
th-
get mad at me. Don't get mad at me in the comments.
no,
But
hold on, hold on, hold
what you
on,
just
hold on,
but
hold on.
what you just said is more of us
More of
doing that.
what do you mean? The
The
men doing it?
expectation, like women, black women
Mm.
that want that type of expectation.
And then the whole thing of 6 figure, 6 foot thing. Like, come on, man. There's not a lot. There's plenty of people that don't make 6 figures that are still successful and do a lot of good things, right? That's ridiculous. And then a lot of people want that, and they ain't got nothing going themselves.
Man, half
Like,
of not over half of the entertainers that's real big and everybody love them ain't 6 feet tall.
correct. They're probably under
So
5'5".
yeah, so it's like the basketball players, boom, you know you got 6 feet. Yeah, 5'11", they're gonna move them to 6 feet regardless.
Right.
Ain't no more under 6 feet basketball players. So yeah, if you got an athlete that's playing basketball, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, regular people, you're not getting you're not getting the Shaqs all the time now.
Yeah.
But my response to that is I have two responses for that. One, have you ever dated what you say you asking for?
Exactly.
Right? And if
Exactly.
and if you have, why are you looking now? How you end up on a dating show or are you saying you
Exactly.
single if you already dated what you say you wanted? Oh, he was this. Well, that's what you wanted though.
Correct.
He checked every box that you just said you wanted from somebody, but it didn't work.
Exactly. Bro, I'm
And
with
then
you.
my other question to that is, what is what can a 6 foot person do that a 5'5" person couldn't do as far as treat you good? Because at the end of the day, that's what they want, to be treated good.
Correct.
You want somebody that's gonna be loyal to you, not put their hands on you, beating you up and all that. So you want somebody that's actually bigger than you. You kind of gonna get them hands put on you. You probably gonna have to battle with other women wanting the same thing you want.
Correct.
So
Yeah, and they say that's why they always say there's a majority of 90% of them is going after the same people, right? But then you talk about why is this person not faithful if they have a whole bunch of options, right? They usually say a man is only as faithful as his options, right? But if you put that
mhm,
type of standards on that person, he's not gonna want somebody at a level that's not going to help him in general, right?
mhm,
I hear a lot of times men say, oh, it doesn't matter if she doesn't make money or she doesn't have to have an education. She don't have to have this. She don't have to have that because I'll take care of everything. You're lying. That's a lie. That is
It,
no,
it's
no, no, no,
it's a lie and the truth at the same time,
no.
though.
Because they ain't, if they not helping you, then what good are they, bro? Like if
I'm
they're not
saying
gonna help you.
they because you can help in so many other ways, though. That's how.
But that's what I'm saying. But if you don't, I'm not saying education or money directly connects to how good the relationship is. I'm saying if they're not helping you either peace, financial, mentally, spiritually, or whatever, if they all they are is like a neg bomb, negative all the time, is tearing you down, destroying everything you doing, why would
Oh
you
shit,
want
no,
that?
man. How did you make it in a relationship with that though?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
But then
saying.
again, though, it's a lot of people out there that get their rocks off of being in arguments all the time in their relationship.
That is true.
I met some. I've met a person like that. She got mad at me because I wouldn't argue with her. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's normal. We supposed to. I said, nah, we
No,
good.
it's
No,
not.
I said, no, we good. Like, I left that alone real fast. That was like, what?
Yeah, that's crazy. That's
We
crazy.
we supposed to wait a minute. We can have disagreements and talk it out. But I said, are you saying supposed to have disagreements? And no, we supposed to be able to argue. And I said, nah, I'm not doing that.
Nah, nah. She might have meant nah. She wasn't explaining it right at all.
Yeah, or something.
Cause she
Because
nah.
9 times out of 10, any man, and hey, this is my opinion, any man that's willing to argue with a woman will put his hands on her.
Ooh, ooh.
And we
Hey,
talking majority. Now,
right.
I'm not saying everybody, but majority rules. And I'm gonna tell you, over half of the men that will argue with a woman, back and forth, 9 times out of 10, he gonna put his hands on you.
Mm, back and forth. That's a good. Yeah, I don't see any point in arguing like that at all.
Yeah, no.
None. That's a good point.